Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. So I have some hard work here with this full set because she's a nail biter and her nails, as you can see, are very tiny, very tiny. So when that happens, you have very limited space to work on, which is overall a little bit more difficult because you need to be more precise and take your time to really work on the nail and the acrylic and all that. But I decided to record it because I don't think I have a video where I have like a nail biter, for example. So, and I do have some clients, she's not the only one, I do have some clients that do that and their nails are very short. But I don't think I've ever recorded it because I have to take longer with them because what I just explained, that I have to be more precise and be more careful with it. But since the picture that she showed me was so pretty, the nails, I was like, I'm gonna record it because a lot of people can relate. So I already filed the nails, and then here I'm trying to get rid of any excess cuticle that she may have so I can make more space. I did push the cuticles back. I don't think I recorded that part, but I did do that to have more space as well. Little things like that, so you can have a little more space to work on the nail and actually have space for the acrylic to lay on top of it. Because now that I'm applying the tips, that space becomes even more limited and smaller, as you can see, especially the pinky one. There's barely any available natural nail there that the acrylic can adhere to. So I always recommend going short first, so your natural nail can grow out a little bit more. But she wanted them longer, and so I will be cutting that, like half of that tip, but it's not recommended to make them so long when you have no base to it, because they're more prone to lifting and popping out and stuff like that, especially in her case because she has like oily nails as is, so that makes it more prone to lifting and stuff like that. But I don't think she wanted it for like a very long time, I'm not sure. So this is the length. She was going back and forth whether she wanted them a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, but this was the length that she decided on. So I'm trying to cut them all as even as possible, and then when I cut the other hand, what I like to do is cut that one a little bit longer, so then I could just measure them out and make them as even as possible. That's what I'm doing here, and for the most part I got everything right except for a few that I had to shorten a little bit more. But yeah, you can tell the little space, especially also the index finger. Those two, the pinky and the index finger, don't really have that much space in the natural nail area. So I just wanted to point that out, that that's gonna happen. And then here she wanted square nails, and you know these type of tips always flare out at the end, at the tip, so I don't want duck nails. If you've seen those, you know that they're really wide at the tip, so I'm just making them straight from both sides so they could be square and not tapered out. That's what I'm doing here with the hand file. I also like filing the surface, like the tip. I like doing that because it kind of controls the acrylic where it goes, so it doesn't like spread out or drip out too much. So I like doing that. Plus, in the area where you put the glue, sometimes the glue can like smear on the natural nails, so I also like eliminating that part. And just little things like that, little details that make a difference in longevity. Primer time. Every time I say that, I think about hammer time. Remember that? I think a lot of you are not gonna remember that. So I'm an 80s baby, so that's why. If you know, you know. So yeah, don't skip on primer. It's very important, and I'm using the Mia Secret one, which is great. So for the pinky and the index, I'm gonna apply like a small, very thin layer of clear acrylic because I'm gonna do an ombre effect on that one with acrylic. So I just want to even out the nail and protect the nail from the color that I'm gonna put on top of it. And then for the ring finger and the middle finger, I'm just applying the cover pink all over because I'll be painting on top of those two. Okay, so now I'm going in with the ombre effect. I'm starting out with this color, which is very similar to the pictures that she showed me. It's like a salmon color, and this is one that I created. I mixed this one to create that color a long time ago. And I was surprised that I still had it, and it was a perfect match. So I like to put that in the tip and just kind of lightly feather it upwards. Don't drag it too much because then you'll just remove the whole chunk of acrylic and you move it too high. So just lightly feather it. That's the best way that I could describe it. I do that on those three nails, and then I'm gonna go in with the cover pink on the top and fade it downwards. So now I'm adding the matte top coat to this one and the middle finger because I'm going to be doing some art on top of it. Once I apply it, I'm going to cure it in the lamp for a full minute. So the picture that she showed me, the middle finger had a sugar nail effect, which is basically you add a no wipe top coat and then you sprinkle very fine glitter on top of it because you're not going to encapsulate it or anything. It's going to stay on top of the nail, which a lot of people don't like because they don't tend to last that long because it's on the surface of the nail. Is only stuck by the top coat that you put at the bottom, and they don't really have that much longevity unless you're really careful with them. But the picture she showed me had that, so I did it to the middle finger with that glitter, and it's stunning. It's very beautiful. And then for the ring finger here, I'm going to do a French nail in white. I'm going to add 2 coats of that, curing it in the lamp for 1 minute for each coat. And then I think I'm going to be doing a 3D acrylic flower on top of it. So I almost didn't hit record on this one. Yeah, you know me. And then for the flower, I'm gonna do 4 petals. I started with the first one already. I'm doing the second one now. And then I'm gonna add some rhinestones in the center of the flower and like across the nail. You'll see. And I'm gonna be using different sizes that can fit on the nail, from bigger to smaller, and then I'm going to adhere everything with clear acrylic. Now I'm gonna apply these cute flowers with a little bead in the center and a rhinestone at the bottom. And I'm using clear acrylic to adhere them. So the picture she showed me, the nails were matte, so I asked her if she wanted them matte or she wanted them glossy, and I'm glad that she chose matte because not a lot of my clients like matte nails, and I love matte nails, and I think this design looks great matte, so I'm glad that she chose matte. I'm applying that now, cure it in the lamp, and they're done. This is how they look matte, and I love them. I truly love them. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. That helps me out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!